Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. It is Thursday, and I have to call my therapist because I did not sleep well last night. It wasn't actual insomnia, but I went to bed after midnight last night, and it was around 1 when I fell asleep, and then I woke up around 4 from pain, and then I just flipped and flopped until about 5:30, got up. So I've been up since 5:30, and I'm just tired. I am ready to do this because, I have to bubble sort my brain, otherwise I'm going to be stuck. Excuse me, drank a carbonated beverage before recording. Now the gas is coming out. So, it's joyous. You know what I mean? I'm tired. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well. So, life is life. It's not the end of the world. I'm kind of used to it. It's just going to make it difficult to really think today. Thumbs up for that. As a quick aside, just because there's a spider right up, you can't tell when I'm doing that, but up in the juncture between ceiling and wall, there's one of those little body, long-legged spiders, and it's between the corners. Corners there. It's right there, almost in the middle, just up on the wall. And so I was just looking at it. It's got a body like that big because it's one of those, and then its legs take it up like that. I don't mind as long as it stays there. I'm afraid of spiders. I don't hate spiders. So they eat bugs, and I appreciate that. So definitely a thumbs up. As long as it stays there, it's okay. They get into the corners there and back over there, and I don't mind as long as they stay in the corners. Now the other day, because I told you before about how I'd had to stand up and was standing over here to the side. This is months, maybe a year ago. Excuse me. And then when I turned around, right here where I would have been sitting, coming off the ceiling stuff was a spider, and it would have come down, and it was one of the orb weavers, and it had a fat body like that with legs, and it would have come bonk right down onto my head if I hadn't been up and standing. So that spider violated the unwritten contract, and it died. As long as you don't invade my space, I don't mind. But unfortunately, because chair, light in the middle of the room, monitors, perfect place to put an orb if you're an orb weaver. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. And spiders have wonderful vision. They have really good sight, so they can look and they can see. They go, oh, bing, 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 ding. And so they weren't, the spiders not being, I'm going to try and freak this guy out. It's, oh, this is a perfect place for a web. So unfortunately for that. Now, about a week ago, I came in and there was another spider that was dangling to do that. Because again, perfect place for a web with the monitors and the microphone and chair and light up there to dangle from. It's perfect. And so there was another spider, but it was only about this big. And I didn't want to kill it. So I got hold of something and I was trying to figure out what to do, and I was trying to lift it and it dashed. It fell onto the floor, and I went, okay, it's on the floor, that's fine. But then later on, I had my box fan going, and it had crawled onto the top of the box fan and had made a little web between the handle and the edge of the hamster thing. I was like, So I just went, okay. I don't want to kill you, but tell you what. So I managed to get hold of it in a way that it was dangling but not falling, and I put it into the hamster cage. So it was in with Thigmo. I don't know if Thigmo got it, if it got out of the cage, if it just decided it likes the cage and it's making a nest in there. No ideas. But if it survived, then definitely a thumbs up, because again, I don't mind. And again, I am afraid of spiders. I don't hate them. I am intensely arachnophobic. But the really, really small ones and the really, really big ones, like tarantulas, don't trigger in my head as actual spiders. The tiny ones just are cute. Even if they're just really, really tiny, just that big with legs and body and all, and I can still see the little body and the little legs, and it's like, is that terrifying? It's like, no, that's so cute. And so I don't mind baby spiders. When I opened up our front door, there was a little tiny thing, just a tiny, tiny, tiny little guy. Well, gal, since basically the spiders that you can see are female. And the male spiders are small and very frightened, and they sneak around. So if you see a spider, especially an orb weaver, yeah, that's a female spider. But it was just trying to build this web, this tiny spider in the front door. And I was like, oh, you're so cute. And so I just got it out of the web and it crawled up onto my finger, and I was like, okay. And then put it over onto the side door so that it could make its nest over there. Because I don't hate them. And that small, it doesn't even twig as spider. It's like, oh, it's a baby. And I've been a baby person. Even before I got, like 10 years before I met my wife, I have been going through hell with like pollen and stuff. I am serial sneezing, 4 or 5 sneezes in a row, like 10 or 12 times a day. Once an hour at least. I'm sneezing horribly. I'm coughing a lot more. I'm not allergic to a lot of things, and they don't affect me like my nose runs or my eyes puff up. It's just I sneeze and I cough periodically, depending on what it is. Especially if it's leaf mold, if it's raining, then I really sneeze and my nose runs and it's just awful. Otherwise, it's just I do a lot of sneezing and coughing because there's just so much junk in the air. And my eyes feel gummy, but that's just because there's so much pollen and just junk in my eyes. It's like soaking up the water and you're going, yeah. But yay. I can't remember what I was talking about. I know it was spiders and all that, so that spider and other spiders, and I like spiders. In that, I don't like spiders. Again, arachnophobic. I'm afraid of spiders. But they have a terrible alien beauty to them. And by terrible, I don't mean, like, oh, that's terrible, it's awful. I mean, like, in the old biblical fashion, if something was terrible and awesome, that meant you got down on your knees and you worshipped it. Awe meant really awe. When you are awestruck, you are dumbfounded, you are stopped, you are just whacked in your tracks. And that is what awesome used to mean. It's like you were gobsmacked entirely. And terrible doesn't mean, ooh, that's just nasty, it's terrible. No, terrible was like, in a terrible power. It's terrible because it's so mighty and awesome. You can't withstand that terrible power, that terrible might. That sort of terrible, awesome beauty that spiders have. They're so alien. They're like living viruses, especially the way they're hydraulic. That's why spiders curl up when they die. It's pressure, internal pressure that pushes their limbs out. So if they get dehydrated, it's really hard for them to walk because they can't really push their limbs out. And that's why also spiders have to be very careful because their bodies are under such high pressure. If their skins get pierced, they tend to pop. How about that? So spiders are fascinating and terrible and awesome and alien, and just some of them are absolutely fascinating and beautiful. Definitely a thumbs up. I actually bonk into the hamster cage right there. I'd actually wanted to talk about something else just because it's game progression and a game series, The Elder Scrolls, because The Elder Scrolls series is a big part of my computer growing up and a big part of what I think has gone wrong with AAA studios. I mean, I bought Arena, the first Elder Scrolls game when it came out, off the shelf. Gave it to a friend of mine. Bought Daggerfall off the shelf. Again, gave it to a friend of mine after playing it and watched him play both. So, and it was later on, like when Morrowind came out, I got back into playing both Arena and Daggerfall. And when Morrowind came out, that was incredible. I can understand why people are turned off by its mechanisms, where if you're swinging your sword and you're not hitting, it's confusing, because you can sit there and swing your sword at something in Morrowind, and it's all based like it's a pen and paper RPG. You have a percentage chance to hit. And when you're low level, your percentage chance to hit is very low. So you swing your sword, and even though it's going right into the body of the person in front of you, you've got a 35% chance to hit. The computer program rolled a 40, you missed. So you go swing into the guy's body and nothing happens. And so you're going whoosh, 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 bang, and you hit once, and you're going, well, I don't understand. And so a lot of people give up after that. A bit extreme of them. I'm glad they did it that way, because I like character progression in that you start off weak. You start off like you are right now. Like if I picked up a sword and had to go out and fight a critter with it, I'm not going to be hitting every single time I swing at something. I'm going to have a percentage chance to hit it, and because it's going to be ducking, and who knows if I'm going to be swinging it right, because it's the first time I picked up a sword. As I'm going along, a couple months into this, yeah, I'm just going whack to those things that used to give me a hard time with my sword, because I'm pretty good now. And after a couple years, yeah, I could give lessons. That's the kind of progression system I like. What I hate, what they did with Oblivion and Skyrim was, well, especially Skyrim, but I'll get to that one, is they changed the method to making everything an object in the world. So if you swing your sword at something and physically the sword passes through the space where the other character is, you hit. That's just it, you hit. The only skill involved is trying to get close enough to hit them. So no matter what, if you have a sword and there's a critter in front of you, you're going to hit it. Always. 100% of the time. You may not do much damage, but you're always going to hit. And I hate that. But that's part of what they wanted to do. Because in Elder Scrolls Skyrim, their plan was, from the very moment, they want you to pick up an axe and feel awesome. No progression, you start off as a god, so that you've got the feeling of being awesome. If I pick up a sword and I charge out, or I pick up an axe and I charge out into the world going, I'm gonna kill you, I should be smacked down and my corpse left to be eaten by wolves. I shouldn't be just picking up an axe, running out, and immediately knocking down trolls and bears and stuff. Don't give me an axe and make me feel awesome. I have no interest at all in the next Elder Scrolls game. I mean, I bought Skyrim. I enjoyed it, but it felt hollow to me the more I played. And when it was only later on when I was watching other videos about what's going on with Bethesda and their game programming and how they do things, it's just, they're reductive now. It's just every time they want to put something into the game, they think, what can I take out first? And if they can't take something out to put that new system in, then the new system doesn't go in. They reduce. And the lead writer for their questing, his plan is all just keep it simple, stupid. So all of those big time quests that were in Morrowind and Oblivion, and even the ones in Skyrim, are considered too complex. Keep it simple, keep it simple. And they have no interest in keeping their lore straight. It blows. I wish Bethesda would just implode entirely. In fact, I wish the entire AAA game studio business would just implode entirely. I do not like the big game studios anymore. I had such hopes for video games, but looking at where it's going and where we are now, burn the whole system down. Burn the whole system down. Again, all billionaires, most politicians, in irons, in cages, and waiting for their turn with Madame Guillotine. We have baskets to fill. Our world is screwed, and it's not our fault. But that's just my views on things. Past that, I am a mostly left-of-center political person. Largely, it used to be I would take a look at the person and what they stood for, and the party didn't really matter. Now in the United States, parties really seems to matter, because if you're on one side, you've attached your entire ship in the country to a sinking ship that's dragging the whole world down. And joy. But now I've opened up 24 hours with the comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. It is a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count in American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, I still, with depression, fibro, lack of sleep, I forget stuff so easily. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. I do my best. I'm better than most, but most isn't everyone. And of course, I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. A good comment, a bad comment, and a different comment. The fact is, you left me a comment. Thank you very much. Now, abusive comments, I just trash can. But you can disagree with me violently without being abusive. And of course, the comment will stay, because that's fine. And of course, I'm going to read the comments later, many as I can. Thumbs up each one I do, answer as many as I can. But there's a lot of comments, and I'm quite sure I don't get anywhere close to all. I just do my best. But now, let me call up my Chrome, since I use Chrome for this. We have Chris with an apostrophe, thank you very, very much. Barry with a 4 and not an A. Gaming, thank you very, very much. Foxy Smith, greatly appreciated. Velvet Music, thumbs up and thank you. Jamie McCaslin, greatly appreciated. I'm on drugs, yay! Aren't we all? We should be. I'm on pot every time I do my videos. I toke up before I record. And then we have Little Peep, greatly appreciated. I'm on pot. That sounds so bad. It's stupid sounding, and it makes me sound like I'm 80 years old going, oh, you know, one of us kids. Daniel Tamez, greatly appreciated. And Pinkie Pie, thumbs up and thank you. Bound Skills, greatly appreciated. Diego Alvarez, thumbs up and thank you. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I got your name right first time that time. Halo Stranger, greatly appreciated. Braulio Sala, thumbs up and thank you. And then there is the Friday Verse, greatly appreciated. The Infamous Hacker, greatly appreciated. Doc Starbucks, thumbs up and thank you. We have Jesus Arroyo, thumbs up. V Jaxie. I gotta get glasses, very, very sorry. Loser Days, greatly appreciated. And Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Daniel Gray, thumbs up and thank you. Then we have Mob's Fear, thumbs up. Laugh Tube, I like that name, thank you. And Metalhead666, greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. I can't remember what I was watching the other day. It was a whole bunch of music done that wasn't normally metal, being played in very, very heavy metal ways. And, you know, I don't like a ton of metal, but I like speed metal, acid metal, heavy metal. As long as the song is good, I'll listen to it and enjoy it. And it was really cool. It was a lot of really heavy, fast with the and it sounded good. Definitely, it was thumbs up. Hey, if you can check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate them, you simply do not donate. I do take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and make sure to hit that bell. That would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you didn't wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now at the literal end of time, which will hopefully be longer than tomorrow. Thumbs up for that. Well, it's 19 minutes and some odd seconds. I have this video. You may have noticed that. I have another video recorded yesterday. I have to edit and render. I have another video I want to record, then Reddit and ender. I don't know why I keep saying it that way. Silly spoonerism. Edit and render. And then I still have those two Walkies videos I need to edit and render. So yay on that one. Anyway, though, I'm going to do my best, and I hope you have the best possible day you can have. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. I'll try and get my best deer in headlights look.